Hey everybody, this is Guy with Survive. Right now we're going to be taking a closer look at the new GSO-4.7. This model is in CPM 3V and is outfitted with our black and red G10 handles. Part of what we're going to talk about here is this design revision, the GSO-4.7 that this evolved from, and then the BSS-5 that was also spawned out of the last GSO 4.7 revision. So first of all, jumping right into the new GSO 4.7, this model obviously 4.75 inches long from the front of the handle to the tip, and we're just a skosh over 10 inches overall length here. It's about 10 3/16 of an inch long. This model does have a very strong Saber grind with excellent tip strength and a very functional, efficient cutting edge here. Taking a look at this model, we had a lot of feedback and folks asking for something similar to the older GSO 4.7, but in a little more compact package. So that kind of morphed into a Super 4.1 style, knowing that I was taking the series in a slightly different direction. I felt good about this direction we were headed with the GSO 4.7. I first had this thought when we had a scaling issue with the last 4.1 and it grew up to 4 9/16 inch blade length. I really like some of the attributes of it. So what we did with the revision was made a more robust version of the GSO 4.1. You've got higher retention. It's a little more sturdy than the last iteration of the 4.1. And then to pick up the slack there, we had the GSO 4.5 and then new GSO 4 coming in there to fill that role. If you are still looking for something a little more bulldoggy like the original 4.7, we have the new BSS-5 that will be available here. We are working with Jack and the folks over at Black Scout Survival in opening up some more options and things for this model. I know some of you like this particular model, but don't necessarily want this exact scheme. So we are going to be working on getting them to open up some different options and things as we continue to roll forward this model. But looking at some of the design changes from this model to this model real quick, really like the previous iteration of the GSO 4.7, but when we were moving down here with Millet at the time, I saw an opportunity to shore up some little things with the fit and finish, as well as the little points where we had some just lack of design ability in-house. So when we had more design assets at our disposal, we went through this thing with a fine-tooth comb, and what was born out of this directly was the BSS-5. So what we did here is opened up the finger pocket a little bit so that it more cradles your finger. And again, we've got a nice functional handle shape here. We did take away these little bit of hot spots here where they've got these pommel ears hanging off the end of the handle here. We got the radiuses opened up there a bit, so those are a little more tucked away and not an impingement, but then you still do have a functional hammer pommel on the back end of the BSS-5 here, similar to the 4.7 that preceded it. Also, I wasn't liking this hot spot here in the guard. It's a little squared off through here, and this guard radius was a little bit tight. So when we did the design revision, we opened up this radius slightly so that it more cradles the side of your hand. You don't get a hot spot on the side of your finger. But then we also added a little more radius up here to the front of the guard, just so this cradles the front of your hand a bit better. Whether it's in reverse grip or in a standard grip, I've just got a more comfortable grip well through here. So this was definitely a good move. This is something that I think Black Scout Survival is really into, as well as a lot of you customers. So yeah, we're really proud of that. So looking at these two, I went in a little bit different direction. I know what Black Scout Survival's preferences are, so I thought that this design change was a great idea to give them an exclusive model of their own here. So we will have that in the BSS-5. Now, cutting ounces out of it here, and we've got kind of a Super 4.1, good vest knife, good bag knife, just something that's very highly functional in a little more compact package than the previous 4.7. This thing has excellent ergonomics. I've got a good forward swept handle here. You can get a good natural thumb rest to get some extra leverage there, or you can go forward here. We've got a very nice amount of thumb jimping there. You can get a really, really good locked-in hand placement there. The swelling is really nice. We've got palm swelling and then guard swelling that really promotes in-hand retention with this model. It's very, very comfortable model overall. And then we did drop the tip a bit here so that we've got a stronger point on this model. It's got a stronger tip for digging around, prying, things like that. It's just a really, really nice functional lightweight model. This is, like I said before, about 9.5 ounces, and just overall a really, really nice model here. Some people did want to see some comparisons, so I do also have a GSO 4.5 here, which I think will mostly be taking the role of the older GSO 4.1. Whether you would choose this model or the standard model. We will have this in a bushcraft model, as you're seeing here, and the standard with the thicker blade stock and the higher grind. Both will be available with the bow drill divot feature. And then coming right up will be a slightly smaller version of both of these in the GSO-4, which is a good all-around compact survival knife, EDC knife, just a nice general duty design, good for a lot of different things. So anyway, I'll do a quick side-by-side here. You'll be able to find all these around here. This will be available through Black Scout Survival. This is available now and in the future through us at Survive, as well as the GSO 4.5. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed this comparison. We will roll this back out here as we get the GSO-4 finished up here. Those are working through surface grinding right now, along with the next batch of GSO 3.5s. So we will be focusing a lot of energy and effort here in models in that 3 to 5 inch range. I know people were asking, why doesn't Survive make this exact 4.7 again? It's because we gave it to Black Scout Survival as an exclusive, and if I make the exact same thing, it's not really an exclusive. So we will have a lot of different size and profile options in that 3 to 5 inch range here moving forward. So feel free to check out any of these, or we've got some different offerings in the EDC series coming up as well. All really, really good looking and functional models. So anyway, I guess we'll swing back soon with a 5.1 comparison video, but for now, I bid you good evening, and we'll talk to you again soon.